Okay, so we just got finished playing a little bit of Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. This game just came out. I'm playing the Steam version, but of course you can play it on mobile. And before I even jumped in, I didn't even know it was coming out. I just went to the Steam homepage and it said, hey, this game's ready. So I clicked on it. I'm like, I love TCGs. This one's free to play. Let's see how it looks like. Overwhelmingly negative reviews at around 5,000 plus. And I looked at why, and a lot of people are simply saying it's because it's money grubbing, pay to win. Here's the deal. Have those guys who reviewed the game never seen a mobile game before, especially a free-to-play one, TCGs? So I played this for about an hour and a half already, and I played Shadowverse in the past, maybe the single-player Switch version. That was a really good one. But basically, this is what I expect. Now, I go in, and the game's actually not too bad. You have a really lengthy tutorial, which is amazing. You learn all the archetypes. You get a lot of the stuff, like you actually have an AI, like they have an AI here, so if you go to practice mode, it'll tell you the certain moves you can do with the deck that you made, which is pretty sweet. You have ranked mode, you have casual matches. In the future, because the game just came out, it's not available yet, but they're gonna have some sort of weird like arena modes, a Grand Prix where you're gonna get like, you know, lobby tournaments and other stuff. You have cards, of course you get to buy stuff from different banners. Banners are called sets in here and all that stuff. But you know, the game is actually not that bad. You know, I haven't done the story yet, but just from what I'm seeing, the card art's nice. If you like the game, if you like the anime aesthetic, Shadowverse is actually a super long-running game, and I think it's just not the worst. Overwhelmingly positive is extremely harsh. Now, I went to the shop, and yeah, everything is as normal as it can be for a free-to-play game. You know, like to buy a pack, it's going to be $1 or $2. If you want your battle pass, it's going to be another 10 bucks. And yes, I will admit they do all of that stupid shady stuff that a lot of free-to-play things do. Like, oh, you want to purchase the battle pass? Well, you can't get the $10 pack. You can only get the $15 pack. So you leave over 200 extra gems that you want to use on other stuff. You know, shit like that. There's a lot of extra currencies. But here's the deal. It's all about the gameplay and whether or not you can actually free-to-play in the long run. A lot of people are going to be saying, I can't rank up. It's too hard. People are buying their way and winning. Absolutely. Which is why you don't play these games as a 100%. I have to whale it up. I have to spend money. I want to go free to play and I want to rank up. This is not how you play these type of games. If you're free to play, like I'm going to be playing this free to play a little bit, you get your 1 pack a day for free, which is really cool. And you have your daily quests, you have your weekly quests, you have your lobbies to play with friends, you have a little bit of the story mode, you can play with AI, and you can try your hand at ranked. But if it's too much, then why are you playing a game like this? You know, I've played so many free-to-play games, I have so many TCGs that it's just completely down the line as normal. And a lot of the other stuff that you can spend money on is going to be cosmetics. There's a little bit of FOMO where it's like, oh, this deal is here, you better get this now. It's neither here or there. One really cool thing I really liked about this game is that they added some sort of hub, kind of like Street Fighter's Battle Hub or Tekken's World Tour, sort of, you know, the little area hub where you can make an avatar, you can give them a little, you can change their looks, their hairstyles, their clothes, and you can go into the hub and you can actually walk around, talk to other people, and lobby random battles. And in that hub itself, there's even more different types of sort of quests you can do. So I want to jump on in. I want to find random people to play with. I might stream it, and I want to play super casual, maybe with anyone who wants to join. We could just do a nice little thing because, like I said, it's like Battle Hub. You walk in, you see people like, you know, throwing cards down. It's very cute. You can run around, jump around, and you get other things in there. But one thing I really want to try out is something called Knockout Mode, which is in the park. You can make a lobby, and basically King of the Hill style. Everyone jumps in the lobby, and the 2 players go at it. The winner stays. Other people go in, and you know, and then you can spectate and watch people get knocked out, etc. So, honestly, I played Shadowverse in the past. It's not a bad game. It's not a bad game at all. And I did not expect this one to come out. I was not looking forward to it. I just randomly went on Steam. I looked down on the newest games. It's in Shadowverse, free to play. I clicked on it. I'm like, all right, let's check this out. And once again, overwhelmingly not negative. And everyone's complaining about simply the fact that it's pay to win, pay to win. Yeah, that's what it is. What the hell are you expecting? You go to like Yu-Gi-Oh, you know, the latest Yu-Gi-Oh Duelist game, that's also super crazy pay to win. You can pay to get all those cards, etc. Yeah, monetary proud. You have to have 3+ of a card in order to dust it. Yeah, that's just what it is, guys. So yeah, I don't know, people are really crazy when it comes to this because I don't know what the hell they were expecting. So look at this. 5,008, and this page has been open for an hour and a half. Let's go ahead and refresh it because I played the game for about an hour and a half. Now it's down to 300 more. Let's just look at some of these things, right? Because honestly, I like what they're doing. The thing is though, how many people are going to be playing in the future? Because I also looked up how many people are playing the game. 50,000 people here just on Steam. That's crazy because the game also, I looked when we started, this multi-launched on your phone. So Android, Google Play Store, and iOS, Apple Store, right? So phone is a bigger market than Steam PC. There's gotta be like over maybe 200,000 people playing at once right now. And this is off hours. This is like 1 a.m. when I'm recording this. Peak 24 hours, 100K. People might be going in and dropping off, but it's still a shit ton of people. So people will complain. The the outliers will try to get their voices out, and they have all the right to say whatever they think. But it just baffles my mind how so many people just don't expect, like, this is expected. However, let's read some of the points here, and maybe I'm just super wrong and missing the points. Let's go here. Bad points. This guy played for 7 hours. Game economy. It isn't free to play. Isn't free to play. Well, the game only came out today. You get one pack every day. I get we're not supposed to get all the cards on day one. Building a deck is quite difficult. Packs are costlier than an OG, and you aren't able to uncraft unless you have 3 of which I did mention. While having one of them will be fine, combining both turn to a game to a cash grab. Hopefully they can improve that. Oh, and legendary are super costly. Good luck to craft them while staying free to play. Weird UI Shadow Park. The big news is that Shadow Park, which could have basically been a metaverse, I don't think it's bad. Seeing fights on the big screen. What I dislike is the integration of the app itself. It's something they want to push more, and it felt like it would have been criticized. What we get at the end is a strange back and forth between the usual menu and the park. Some features can't be accessed from some sites. That is true. So for example, like the single player stuff, you have to go into the hub. But these guys, I'm assuming these guys never played fucking Street Fighter or something like that. Let's see. Good, fun to play. Don't know about much of the OG, but find the overall gameplay fun. Conclusion, the game's good. I really hope it will live long enough to resolve the economic issues. If the devs want to force 3 to uncraft, look at this. This guy played 7 hours. He's still playing. The game just came out. He's shitting on the game because a free-to-play game is being predatory? No, you don't say. God damn. Okay, is there anyone with like 10 plus hours? Here we go, 11. I love Shadowverse. I love what the new one's doing. This one, the policy one. I'm someone who pays, but the gap between free-to-play and regular, abysmal. Oh my god. Okay, how about someone who has a really long thing to say here? There we go. This will be the last one we look at. 10 hours exact, that's what I wanted to see. The monetization is bad, but nobody's talking about how awful the balance is. Finally, let's see another point here. Legendary cards wins games by themselves, so every match comes down to whichever player draws it first. Both players sit around and wait for the legendaries to show up. Portal Craft receives blatant favoritism because it's leader. Yeah, that is the main leader of the game. The protagonists, both Puppet and Mech, are stupidly broken. For some reason, Runecraft already has a dimensional climb combo with Cocytus that lets them play an entire head of broken cards. Abyssal Craft is awful. They're talking about the different types of classes in the game they can choose. Abyssal Craft, that was the one I wanted to really go into. There's zero synergy between self-damaging, corpse collecting. All the cards that deal self-damage are barely worth the HP sacrifice, unlike in the OG Bloodcraft, where you paid health to either out-tempo or out-value. You're doing neither. Your tempo is weak. It's only worth it to evolve and super evolve cards that have evolution effects, which defeats the purpose of having the freedom to evolve any card. Certain classes have evolution units that are objectively better than others. That's true. Tempo evolving doesn't exist anymore. Super evolving doesn't feel fun. It feels like it takes away from the game having 4 evolution points now. It does kind of feel like a lot. The one damage to face from super evolve is random and doesn't make sense. It feels like an idiot designed the mechanic. Decks in general just feel so bland because legendary and evolution power creep. Most of the regular cards you play feel so pointless. The grand scheme of the match so pointless that everyone's just cycling and spamming the OP early removal. I was hoping Worlds Beyond would be good because I've been craving a new CCG, but this feels like a poorly designed game. Okay, so we got 2 points that we've seen already. Monetization issues, which I would say forgiving. It's a free-to-play game. You don't have to support them if you don't want. But they're still playing it, which is weird. But this guy brought up a good point. Balancing issues. Now, how do I feel about that? First of all, the game just came out. People don't know the true meta yet. I think in a week or two, people will start to settle down and be able to counter certain things, and then people can give really great arguments about if this game is 100% truly unbalanced. I do have to say some of his points though, between the different sorts of new mechanics about the evolution. Evolution was okay, but with the Super Evolution, it just adds some more stuff. And I do agree that the UI is kind of stupid. It's basically just mobile ported over here. You know, everything you click on the screen randomly, sparks fly up, you know, that sort of thing. Everything looks like a mobile game, which is just so annoying. You have to hover over things, and sometimes things don't pop up. You know, it's so dumb. It's like I hate the UI. I really do hate the UI. Let's read this guy. This guy's 17 hours positive review, day one. Once again, day one reviews, everybody. All right, let's see. We'll skim through this. It's a lot. It's a lot. All right. Everyone is saying the dust, the vials, the disenchant, the liquefy 3 copies, the collector's companion is an excuse for limitation. Why am I giving it a positive? I had a good time in my first 11 hours. I was able to pull 65 packs for free, which is definitely going to slow down after the first couple days. Got to collection level 9, and I'm only missing like 30 cards from the whole game. I ranked up to D0, which I think you start from like E or something, with just 13 wins and 6 losses, with a deck that only has 2 legendaries, and almost did all the quests. Now, people criticize the booster packs increasing from 100 to 500 gold. People seem to miss that quests and rewards give you a lot of gold. It's fair to complain about the price without acknowledging the increase in gold gain. If someone can do the math and show that you can't make a good game, can't make a good decent deck from free to play, then I would also complain. But since I was able to make 2 decks that were winning more than 50%, I don't see how it's not viable for free to play. Just from free currency and packs, I was able to open 65 packs, 75 for my purchases. Yes. So this guy's saying, hey, free to play at the start's good. This guy's okay. I don't know if this guy's ever played a lot of free to play games as well. Yeah, they front load you a lot. Their point is to get you hooked, thinking like, okay, I can free to play this, and then you get hooked, you get invested, and then after the next day, 2, 3 weeks, you're like, okay, I'm ready to go. Damn, the new set's coming out. I can't keep up. They're not giving me enough currencies anymore. I gotta keep up. I gotta play. That's how they get you to keep going. I wonder if this guy's like, yeah, I'm good. They give you 1 pack a day. That's not enough. You got dailies, but then you invest your time into it to do your dailies, your weeklies. Once you invest more time, you have to keep up because this is a CCG, this is a competitive game. So you got to keep on putting in money. So that's why, you know, they're giving you so much at the beginning. Review over. If you want to read some tips on how to get free cards and packs, okay. Last one, trust me. 20 hours. So the game probably requires you to buy all the DLC to be competitive. But after that, it's pretty fun. I suggest opening all your packs before selecting the free deck to get. That's, yeah, basically that too. I've never played Shadowverse before, besides the basic tutorial, but this game is pretty straightforward, engaging, a lot of little quests and events that allow you to expand your collection. Good luck with your pulls. Okay, so, to be completely honest, once again, it is day one, and I'm complaining that these guys don't have a really good grasp on the game for reviewing the game. I guess I personally should fall into that bucket too. I've only played it for about 2 hours now. But from what I played, overwhelmingly negative seems a little harsh, especially from a free-to-play game. So I want you guys to let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about Shadowverse? Like, I'm not, like, I guess I'm on the fence. I'm gonna try it a little bit more because I'm really interested in seeing what's going to be happening with this game going forward. Will they actually change anything economically? I think not. Will the balance get sorted out and people will complain a lot less about legendaries? Yes, I think that will balance out. Now, besides that, will they change the cards themselves? This game is completely digital. I feel like they will be doing updates to either ban or balance things out, especially once they start getting the tournaments, the weekly and monthly tournaments in the game, because those things, I believe you have to have an entry fee as well. So they really don't want people to get like bad word of mouth because, you know, things mess up, you know, oh, the whole deck is just all, you know, swordcraft, etc. So man, it's rough. This game does need a little bit more days to see what's going on, but I'm just very surprised about the overwhelmingly negative reviews. At the very most, I think it should have just been mostly negative. That's crazy. All right, so let me know down below in the comments, what do you guys think about this game? Are you playing this? Have you played the OG Shadowverses at all? What do you specifically think about the monetization, the balancing, the future of the game? Because you can't deny there's a lot of people have things to say about this. There's a ton of people playing, We just looked at the Steam numbers. We don't know how many people are playing on iPhone, and we don't know how many people are playing on Android. So this is all over the place. Crap. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching and listening to me rant, and I'll see you guys next time. And if you want to see my Let's Play of this and everything else, Mobby vs. Games 2, that's my Let's Play channel, link down below. The main channel here is just for edited rants and all that stuff. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.